Censorship, the marketing tool of the devil himself. How does the devil make you fall under his control? He makes sure that his plan's the only plan that you see in front of him. He makes sure that what he says is the only thing that you hear with your ears, and what he does is the only thing that you see with his eyes. And that's how the devil goes ahead and controls people. Now, the spawn of Satan himself, Benjamin Netanyahu, has gone ahead and told the world and the United States citizens in specific his plan with social media and how he decides to utilize censorship on social media platforms within our countries, within our boundaries, to limit our freedom of speech so that we feel more good about Israel, or we have a more positive feeling about him and his country. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as an American citizen born, raised, who understands the Constitution, who understands my rights, like to bear arms and my freedoms of speech and my freedoms of religion, these aren't necessarily freedoms that just protect me from my neighbors. No, they were actually built as freedoms to protect us as citizens from our government or outside forces of government, correct? So, for instance, right, my freedom of speech is protected by the people, for the people, right? Away from people like Benjamin Netanyahu, away from people like Donald Trump or Joe Biden, for instance, who during the Democratic Party was banning people all off of YouTube. Andrew Tate and Sneeko and Steve Will Do It and all these random people, bro, just because they would say this or have this point of view or follow this religion. Let's go ahead and check out this clip. I want to remind you of one thing, though, as we're watching it. If Benjamin Netanyahu is willing to do this to the whole entire world, and these are the type of media tactics that him and his government uses to go ahead and control the way people think about him and his country, imagine what he's been doing for the last couple of years with his war with Gaza or his genocide with Gaza, right? He controls the narrative. He can spin these things in the same way he's talking right now about controlling the way that people perceive Israel on a global scale. He was able to do for the past 2 years with his own media machine within Israel during this war. So let's go ahead and see what BIBI has to say.
Christian influencers, okay? You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane, they're loonies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay? And you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class
Followers.
TikTok. TikTok, number one.
I'm going to pause it real quick. So he starts off here by going ahead and saying what any normal person would say, right? We have to use our influence and our influencers to fight back the bad propaganda. If people are talking bad propaganda against us, we need to show using our influencers and our influence and our money and our marketing, correct? That we're good people and we're a good country and this is a good place to live and that these things that people pin against us are not true, right? So that's how he goes ahead and starts off. But then he says, no. That's not necessarily the full battlefield. If you want to win the war, you got to take it all the way. You need the money of governments. You need the money of big tech, correct? And what is the number one sale that's going on right now, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls? What's being forced out of the Chinese hand? TikTok. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, social media platform on the entire planet that pushes information at the speed of just scrolling, info. And if you want to talk about conspiracy theories and building ideas and belief systems, TikTok is the number one place that's happening right now. So he's literally going ahead and flat out saying, Yeah, we can use our influencers to make people learn about the Jewish people and, anti-Semitism to go down. But no, we need to just take, control and kind of go directly to that source, right? Go to TikTok and go to Facebook and go to these corporations and kind of inject ourselves right at the heart and soul of it so that people can't talk smack about us. Let him continue what he's saying.
Number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. X. Exactly. Very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
So that is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Like, we have to talk to Elon. The next big thing is X. Like, what are you going to talk to Elon about? Hey, Elon, you need to delete everything, or you need to spam everyone or shadow ban everyone that says anything bad about Israel, right? And that's the problem. The problem is conflating anti-Semitism and Jewish hatred for the hatred of Israel and this dirty government. And this sicko who's literally at a world stage going ahead and just telling the world, we want to go ahead and control your mind and the way you think about us and perceive things through TikTok and through YouTube and through these social media platforms. Like, are you kidding me, dude? I want to show you guys one more thing before we get out of here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the R Jewish subreddit here. A professor named, I don't know his name, I'm not going to pronounce it, published this video on YouTube saying Israel sacrificing children in a ritual to turn the world against it to achieve some kind of biblical prophecy, okay? So I've seen this guy before. I saw some 9/11 video that he did. It was actually very, very well put together on how the funding of the Taliban and ISIS and things like this began and how 9/11 was kind of infiltrated and worked with by the CIA and all of this different stuff. And he showed different proofs and reasonings for it. I personally believe that 9/11 is an inside job, and I'm pretty sure most of the country at this point does, right? But regardless of the point, this professor basically makes another video going ahead and talking about this ritual, saying that Israel is sacrificing children, and these children rituals through different things like abortions and within Israel and things like this. It's just summon the Antichrist and do these things, kind of like a Gog and Magog situation, right? Now, what I notice here is, okay, this is normal, right? This is the Jewish community, like Benjamin Netanyahu said in the beginning. We need to use our influencers. We need to use our pages to speak out against stuff like this, right? To go ahead and put things in their place, teach people what the truth is, teach people what Judaism says about what you're saying about them, correct? But as we see here, we scroll down, I'm reading some comments and whatnot, and I notice this comment right here, right? By Death Mighty. Hi, I work for Google. I'm internally reporting this. Thanks for flagging. Okay, so very, very interesting. So someone works at Google and flags the video. Why? There are millions and millions of conspiracy videos online. There is millions and millions of legit posts from CNN and ABC News about Islamist terrorists that are going to take over the United States, and Sharia law is going to come like a black cloud and swoop you up and cover your wife. And like it's wild to me to see that the mass propaganda on other religions or other people is okay. And conspiracy theories are okay when it comes to, the Tupac is alive and the Loch Ness Monster and 9/11 and whatever. The craziest things you can say about the President of the United States of America. But someone says that Israel is sacrificing children to bring back this beast or do this or do that, and you have to flag it internally at Google. Google, you are an American company. You run off of American Constitution, off American soil. Like, I'm so confused why, if you are an American company and you work for Google and you work for America, why you are in the interests of clearing up Israeli propaganda. And this is not Jewish propaganda, it's Israeli propaganda. It's not like this guy saying all the Jewish people in the world, all over the place, are all doing this and whatnot. This is a ritual that is linked to Israel. Do you understand? The actual land itself. So I notice that the censoring is coming from inside. And there's proofs of it. All around the internet, there's proofs of it. It's very clear that things get specifically shadow banned. Like some of my videos get shadow banned. If I talk about specific subjects, YouTube doesn't let it go out. And this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about that is just pure out dangerous. Like, I'm an American. I'm not Israeli. So I don't want an Israeli prime minister, especially one who has a genocide on his hands, especially one who has flat out said, I want to control the way that you think to me. I sure the hell don't want him in control of my social media. I sure the hell don't want him or his people in control of any of this or having any type of influence on the inside on what I can post or what is seen or what is not seen. What people see on social media affects the way they believe, affects the way that they think. And it's crazy to me that someone like Benjamin Netanyahu would just get up on a microphone and just admit to the whole entire world, flat out to your face, I want to control you, and I'm going to control you, and you're going to take it. And then most people are just going to take it. That's wild to me. Thank you guys so much for joining in today. I appreciate you all. If you guys made it to the end of the video, go ahead and smash that like button, hit that sub button, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, go ahead and free the whole entire world from this deception. I say it every single video. And until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye-bye.